Previously on Alan Wake. I came to Bright Falls with my wife, Alice.
Thank you for coming here with me. I thought maybe you could write here.
I don't want to hear it! God damn it, Alice!
Now, she's missing.
Alice? Alice?
I woke up behind the wheel of a crashed car. I'm missing a week. I was attacked by shadowy men straight from a nightmare. The sheriff took me to the lake Alice and I had stayed at, but the cabin had disappeared.
Honey, I'm home.
Back here, sweetie. How was it?
Worst weather I've ever seen.
You should put some coffee on. It'll warm you up.
Who would have thought this would turn into a series? I did. I knew I made it. Now I just need a gun. What is this game's obsession with coffee? I don't know.
Coffee's on.
Great, thanks. I'll need it if I'm gonna finish this by tomorrow.
You'll die by tomorrow. The weather is pretty good actually. Even with limited hardware, I think they did a great job. Which console was this released first on? Alan Wake?
Oh, hey. Hey, I just finished those cover mock-ups. They're on your desk. Tell me what you think.
No kidding. I didn't think you'd get them done this quickly.
On occasion, I can perform all sorts of miracles, my dear.
Oh, really?
Well, you seemed to think so last night.
Yes, that is correct. I had sex, very sex. Too many sex. Again, coffee. What is this game? Oof. Where is the cover mock-ups? Every minute wasted. Every minute and not having
These look
sex.
really
It's-
good.
Oh, sure, until Barry gets his hands on them. Which, by the way, will happen over my dead...
It's true what they say about the fall and the sudden stop at the end. I'd lain here in the snow while the lurid chain of scenes that had led me here kept playing in my head. A rerun of my own private snuff movie. A memory of my corpse. Alone at my own wake. Thinking in metaphors again. The femme fatale was gone. Only a sour taste remained of the kiss that killed me.
Where is the UK accent? Where is English UK? English UK. English UK. English UK. English UK. English UK. English UK. What is English UK? Yeah, it is something. Ah.
Six hand said test.
Yeah, it's true what they say about the fall. Once more, please.
It's true what they say about the fall and the sudden stop at the end. I'd lain here in the snow while the lurid chain of scenes that had led me here kept playing in my head. A rerun of my own private snuff movie. A memory of my corpse. Alone at my own wake. Thinking in metaphors again. The femme fatale was gone. Only a sour taste remained of the kiss that killed me.
What kind of a kiss is that?
This was a late goodbye. 13 years after I'd gotten my revenge. It had finally caught up with me. It had been a long time to bear the pain. My blood painted the snow red. A gruesome slushy dissolved all the scattered
yummy.
painkillers and leisurely dripped down to the sewer, mingling with the bile of the city, becoming one with it. I can see them now, my wife and my baby. Honey, I'm home.
The fuck? What kind of a... You don't like proper...
Body. The last time was the last time. Oh, and speaking of Barry, he called. Alan! Alan!
What the
please
hell?
check the fuse box.
No.
I'm right here. I'm on it, honey.
Please hurry.
Why?
I'm right here, baby.
Why
I'm
should I...
fine, I'm fine. Just get the lights back on. Now, please.
Why? We have enough light. We probably shouldn't waste energy.
Honey,
Said.
it's a power outage. I've got the flashlight.
Okay. Hi.
You okay?
I'm sorry. It just really
Shit.
spooked me.
Said
Don't worry. We'll just break out the
scared of
candles.
Lights WTH tears of joy.
I know it's stupid, but it's just... Especially when I'm not prepared for it, you know?
The fuck?
It gets to me.
I love you.
When do you ever have a power outage with a notice? Oh, you know what? For 5 seconds the power will be out.
Tell me a story, writer.
No, don't. He's a terrible... He gives terrible... Writes terrible stories. We have seen in episode 1.
I used to have these nightmares when I was a kid. The dark really spooked me, too. When it got really bad, my mom gave me this old light switch. She called it the clicker.
The clicker, huh?
Yeah. If I ever got scared of the dark, I could just flip the switch and a magic light would scare the monsters away.
Oh, sure.
Here it is.
Alan.
Harry Potter.
Maybe it'll help you, too.
Yeah, nice story, writer boy. You made that up right now, didn't you?
No. Seriously.
I love you, even if you are a liar. Thanks for this.
Dumb bitch.
How do you feel, Mr. Wake? Any nausea, disorientation, anything like that?
No.
Mr. Wake, how are you feeling?
Pretty good.
I'm okay. My head's fine. I had to lie about my headache and memory loss. He'd send me to a hospital for tests. I couldn't leave without Alice.
Very well. I don't think you have a concussion, but you've obviously been through quite a shock. You should take it easy for a couple of days.
Thanks.
Well then, Mr. Wake, we're done here. If the pain gets any worse or you experience any other symptoms, you should come see me.
Alright, alright. I thought this was going to be easy, but one thing is clear. We need something. We need something. You know what do we need? We need an Excel sheet. Okay. This is getting quite complex. So, Alan Wake 1. First, I think the first story was or is, I think this is divided into quite a few parts. The first story that is going on is Alan and wife go to some place and go to island on a boat. Okay, that was the second story.
Not the Excel sheet talking over tears of joy, tears of joy.
First story was Alan hits a man and runs to lighthouse. Okay, that's the first story. Alan and wife go on a boat. That's the second story. But that is getting quite complex when we have to manage somehow. So, Alan hits a man and runs to lighthouse. Okay. Alan and wife go to island on a boat. Wife sounds scared and jumps out of a window. Alright. You know what? This is better. This is better. We jump and try to find wife. However, I think there is a branch here somewhere. A wife. We jump and try to find wife, and I think two things happen here. The original story of what happened to wife is unknown, so this one stops here. On the other hand, the other story, this one was the other story. What happens here? Alan tries to find wife, but is in other reality where island doesn't exist. Okay. Now, this story goes nowhere. Okay. This story goes nowhere. Alan goes to a lighthouse. He finds a torch. Then he goes back somewhere. We have no idea where this story goes. Where Alan and wife go to an island on a boat. Wife sounds scared and jumped out of the window after he meets quite a few people. We jump, try to find wife. Now, we do not know what happened here. Okay, and Alan tries to find wife. And but is in other reality where island doesn't exist. So instead of doing this,
what about the street lamp giving him a flashlight and a gun? Tears of joy, tears of joy.
you know what? I think there is a hidden branch here. Hidden point of inflection. Hidden point. Hidden branch point. There is a hidden branch point here, where in one he with his wife he goes to a boat. Wife sounds scared, jumps out of the window. We try to jump and find the wife. And oh no, there is another jump here. No, I think earlier was fine. This was fine. Yeah, this was fine. Alan and wife go on an island on a boat. Wife sounds scared, jumps out of the window. We jump and we try to find wife. Alright. Let's make it one size a bit. Alan tries to find wife, but in other reality where island doesn't exist. Story continues in episode 2. Okay, so this is continuing here. Now, when this episode 2 starts, it shows wife scared of lights in a building. This story goes nowhere. That's a question mark, and this story continues. So we are right now we are playing this thing. Okay, continue. We are going to continue this. So order is this. Okay, from here to here. Order, I think I should probably put shape in it here. That's the order of the game. Okay, there are 3 branches now. Am I correct? What did you say? Street lamp giving him a flashlight. I think that was this part. When Alan hits a man and runs to lighthouse, that was the first part. He finds a torch and everything and goes basically to the lighthouse. Nothing weird happens. And this, I don't know when this starts. We do not know when this starts. So there are 3 stories already here. Now we are going to continue this. We tried to jump and find wife. Now we do not know if this was all in his head or not. Okay, we will know when we will find wife. Take this sheet in your head. I will be back in 2 minutes. All right, let's continue.
With it then. Sarah, Sheriff Breaker, is waiting for you. She's very good at her job. I'm sure she can locate your wife in no time.
Doc Nelson was the image of a small-town doctor. Sheriff Breaker had called him to the station to take a look at the cut in my head.
Why is everything so yellowish and brown color?
I believe you'll find the sheriff in her office.
Yeah, I know. I
Just go down the corridor.
I'm just trying to see if there is any other clue here, because you know we are a fucking detective.
I'm sorry you had to cut your morning fishing short for this, Doc.
Oh, she's a beauty, ain't she? Not the biggest I ever caught, if you can believe that,
Right.
coming from an old fisherman like me. But she's right up there. Now, she's a largemouth bass, which is what you're after if you prefer a lure. Now, if
Yeah, fuck
you
off.
want either trout or salmon, on the other hand, then it's fly fishing for you.
Thank you for testing the lights, Miss Weaver. Everything seems to be fine.
I don't have the luxury of being complacent, Deputy Grant. The bulbs will need changing soon. You can't change them in the dark.
I'll be sure to take care of it, Miss Weaver. Have a nice day now.
Very good. I'll come back later on to remind you, just in case.
Yeah, it's Mulligan here. I'm at Stucky's gas station with Thornton. There's no sign of him. Over.
Wait. Yeah, this is Thornton. Look, we've located the parade float. It's here. That's some good news, right? Stucky was supposed to be driving it at the rehearsals today. Over.
Oh, give me that. Looks like someone really thrashed the garage. Over.
Roger that, guys. Keep looking for Stucky. Jane's out.
Shin, if you're there, can you check if you can see my stream or not? You can see my stream on Steam or not? Did you say I didn't even hear? What's the game's obsession with thoughts?
Shin said, "Oh, we back."
Alice looked through the viewfinder, lining up the shot. Cauldron Lake was breathtaking. Something caught her eye. A figure standing in the shadows behind the cabin, like a thin woman in a black dress. She lowered the camera and looked again. No one there. Just a collection of bushes that looked vaguely human-shaped. She shook her head and laughed.
Can see the overhead. We will talk to Sarah just a moment. Just try and find a gun. Here in
Mr. Wake, the sheriff is waiting for you in her office down the corridor. That was Cynthia Weaver. I guess you can call her the town eccentric. She used to be the editor of the local newspaper, but she's focused on, other things these days.
What other things I need to know? I am a defective. Identifying features, knack for winning contest. What kind of feature is that? You mean he's lucky? Let's see this one. Anyone else? Richard, Bog, Bruce, Dansky, Jacob Miller, on a camping trip. Oh, I think her wife is dead. On a camping trip over to you haven't been in, but if you have seen them or know them, please call it 555. Anything else? I know how to turn the lights. Alright, let's meet her.
Come in, Mr. Wake. Your phone's on the desk. The battery was dead. It's charged now.
Have you started looking for my wife yet?
My men are already on it. Now, can you tell me what happened?
No.
I'm not sure. I can't remember. We were arguing. I walked out of the cabin.
The cabin doesn't
The
exist.
cabin on Cauldron Lake?
How did you end up at Stucky's gas station?
I wanted to tell her what had happened last night, but I couldn't. She'd lock me up. Excuse me. I need to take this. Hello?
Alan, please help me.
Alice?
Stop talking to the law. You'll do exactly what I say if you ever want to see your wife again.
Okay.
Who is this?
Go to the back lot. There's a hole in the fence on the left. Look inside the junker. I left a little something there to convince you we're all on the same page here. After you ditch the cops, you're gonna meet me in Elderwood National Park. There's a spot called Lover's Peak. Midnight.
Mr. Wake, can I help you with anything?
For watching you.
I need to get some air. The sheriff said I could go out back.
Of course, Mr. Wake. You can get there through the cell corridor.
Hey, mister! Hey, can you turn the light? The light's on!
No.
The deputies, they don't understand. They won't listen to me. I need it to be bright in here!
In spite of its human mask, to describe the dark presence as intelligent would have implied human qualities on something decidedly inhuman. Nonetheless, it found the one spot in the diner that was dark enough. Some light spilled into the corridor, ravaging it. But it took the pain. Horrible as it was, the writer would soon fix that. He would be coming to the one place where it still had power.
This is a game for...
Hey! Hey! Hey, you! Can you help me?
Yeah, I can.
Can you turn the lights on?
Yeah, here it is.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Hey, you're all right. You're a good guy.
Yes, that
Don't
is
let
it.
anybody tell you different.
Thank you.
You know, I shouldn't even be in here. The cops, they got it all wrong. See?
Yeah.
Sure. I beat him up, but I wasn't drunk. I mean, I wasn't drunk at the time. I only got drunk afterward. Okay, listen. You gotta listen carefully now. Here's the kicker. That wasn't Danny. No, sir. It only looked like him.
Said.
You wanna know
Good
who it really
night,
was?
Grit.
I'll tell you who it really was. It was a goddamn space alien! I know it sounded like something a drunk would say, but believe
He
me,
found the same thing that we found.
I wasn't drunk then.
He found the same thing that we found. Is what he was saying.
I told him, oh yeah, well, I don't hear who he is. Where on your feet?
The early morning light hurt my
Again.
eyes and made my head ache.
No,
The
it
man on
didn't.
the phone had said, go through the fence on the left.
Well, folks, it's been another long night, and it's about time for me to sign off for a while. God knows I need my beauty sleep. Just one more item before I go. It's been a busy night for the sheriff's department. We've had a few broken windows, even a report of shots fired on Main Street. Deputies Mulligan and Thornton had to deal with two intoxicated young men who were celebrating the completion of their Deer Fest float. Now, folks, we get this every year. I know it's exciting, the big day's almost here, but let's save it for the party and leave the gunplay for the shooting competition, huh? There's no point in getting all worked up yet.
The caller had told me to find a hole in the fence behind the police station. There was something for me in an abandoned car.
Made him.
The kidnapper fired his gun one last time, and the shadow vanished into the darkness it had come from. See? Nothing to it, Wake. The thought of Alice in his hands was revolting. We stood on the wooden platform of Lover's Peak, the waterfall on the mountain behind us, the lights of the radio mast blinking red in the heights above. I fought with the urge to take a swing, force myself to speak. Let's cut the act now. Where's my wife? Alice looked through the viewfinder, lining up the shot. Cauldron Lake was breathtaking. Something caught her eye. A figure standing in the shadows behind the cabin, like a thin woman in a black dress. She lowered the camera and looked again. No one there. Just a collection of bushes that looked vaguely human-shaped. She shook her head and laughed. Alice's driver's license had been placed on the front seat. The caller meant business.
Barry?
Ow! Ow! Thank God! Where the hell have you been? I've been trying to reach you for a week, you and Alice. I've been worried sick. I flew out yesterday. I'm here in Bright Falls.
Barry, listen to me. I'm at the sheriff's station. Come and get me. I can't talk now.
Al, what the hell is going?
I had to get the sheriff to let me go. I needed to get to Elderwood National Park to meet Alice's kidnappers. A writer is a light that reveals the world of his story from darkness, shapes it from nothingness. The way a sculptor carves a statue from a block of granite. If I stop, the world I'm making dies. Darkness will reclaim it. It's a long, hard journey into the dark. Alice's life is at stake, but I can't think about that, or I'll lose it. The dread lingers at the edge of perception. I'll push on. Anything is possible here. I'll write the story. I'll save her.
Marvelous, Sarah. I just wanted to settle all the damage the Anderson brothers might have inadvertently caused on their recent and regrettable little outing.
Are you feeling any better, Mr. Wake?
I'd like to leave. Am I free to go?
Well, we still need to talk about...
Am I under arrest?
No, of course not. But I need to know where you'll be staying so I can get in touch with you.
I'd avoid the motel. The Majestic is known for its roaches. The cabins at Elderwood are pretty nice, though.
That sounds perfect.
I'm Dr. Emil Hartman. I'd like to invite you to stay at Cauldron Lake Lodge.
Did you talk to my wife?
I had the pleasure of discussing your situation with her on several occasions.
Did you set something up with her?
I invited her here. My clinic is a place where...
Oh, hey! Oh, my! Take it easy.
Hey, nobody move! Get your hands off of my client!
Who are you?
I'm Barry Wheeler, his agent. If you have business with Mr. Wake, you talk to me. You yokels won't know what hit you once I sick my lawyers on your asses.
No harm done, Sarah. I'm all right. I don't want to press charges. Mr. Wake, my offer still stands.
Get me out of here.
What the hell was that about, Al? We don't need a replay of that thing with the paparazzi. I thought they were gonna lock you up.
I had to talk to someone. I told Barry everything. He thought I was certifiable, but when he heard about the manuscript, I had him. The fact that I'd written something, even if I couldn't remember it, was enough for him. He smelled money. And he believed that Alice had been kidnapped. Anything beyond that was another story. I had a midnight appointment with the kidnapper in a place called Lover's Peak, somewhere in Elderwood National Park. The plan was to rent a cabin.
I don't like it, Al. I don't like any of it. It's not good. In fact, it's the absolute opposite of good.
Mr. Wake! Barry, you found him.
Hi, Rose.
Oh, wow. I was just thinking about you, too.
Great.
I was just bringing Rusty some coffee. He's on the balcony, looking after Max. Poor thing. I really need to go. Great to see you again, Mr. Wake. Later!
No, nice. About the manuscript.
What an airhead.
Jeez, Mr. Takes a swing at everybody. This is not her fault. She's a very nice girl and, more importantly, a fan.
That is correct. Bucktooth Charlie.
Seriously, Al, what you were saying in the car? Just listen to yourself. What, you shot a guy and his body just disappeared? When was the last time you slept? What, are you high? Have you been drinking?
No! Look, Barry, I'm missing a week, and someone's got Alice, and everything's just...
Easy there, boy. I'm almost done.
Hey, Rusty, right? You rent cabins.
Oh, Mr. Wake. I'd shake your hand, but mine are kind of full here.
Do you understand what it sounds like when you say stuff like that?
Actually, I'm sorry about this. Would you mind grabbing the registration form from the desk? It's just across from Bucktooth Charlie.
Okay, sure. What happened?
Seriously, Al, you can't just go and meet a kidnapper. Those situations always end up in disaster. You gotta talk to the cops.
She's my wife, and it's my call. Can we talk about this later?
No. This whole thing...
wait here.
Listen, you hit your head.
I think this is the form you wanted.
And here are the keys. Okay, you're all set, Mr. Wake. Glad to have you staying here.
Thanks. Can you tell me how to get to Lover's Peak?
Oh, sure. It's at the end of the nature trail. Just follow the paths, you'll get to it eventually. It's an easy walk. Nice spot, too.
If you're trying to pull a joke on me, freak me out, it's working. Ha-ha, let's have a laugh on Barry. Well, you had me going there real funny, Al. You can quit it now. Look, Al, you're asking me to believe that you shot a dude who went poof into thin air, a guy who was bulletproof until you pointed a flashlight at him. You hear that from people who end up spending time in padded rooms. Strapped to their beds, wearing white shirts with too long tangled up sleeves, and eating a healthy diet of pills. Al, you make cruel jokes about people who believe that kind of stuff. You're the skeptic. You gave me an hour-long lecture on homeopathy.
Oh my god, this guy's too much. Anyways.
That's just crazy talk, Al. Al? Al? We should go to the sheriff or call the FBI.
Damn it, Barry, they'll kill her. This is not a goddamn debate, Barry. I'm going to Lover's Peak. He said to come alone.
Okay then. I understand. You're my best friend, and I'm worried that you're not right in the head. Tell me what to do to help, and I'll do it.
You stay here, and if I'm not back by morning, call the cavalry.
Just be careful with the natives, Al. These yokels are dangerous. Everybody hates a tourist, or it'll be deliverance all over again. I'll wait here, Al. I'll hold down the fort. I'll be with you in spirit every step of the way, Al.
Find a gun, find enemies.
Barry had never gotten along with Alice, but he knew Alan loved her with an almost frightening intensity. And now something had happened to Alice. And here was Al armed with a gun and saying things people got put in padded cells for. It was as if his friend had experienced a massive psychotic episode and was now totally disconnected from reality. It scared the shit out of Barry. Barry had the keys to the car he rented. Wasn't a long walk to the visitor center, and it wouldn't be any use to me in the forest.
I want to go in the car. Let's go in the car. And we have...
I knew I should have gone to the cops. This wasn't the smartest thing I'd ever done, but I was still angry with Barry for trying to talk me out of it. These people had called me right in the sheriff's station. The cops wouldn't scare them, and they had Alice.
Welcome back to the show, folks. As promised, our very own Dr. Nelson has just parked his rear end in the studio. Doc, what's your Deerfest plan like?
My plan? You make it sound a lot more organized than I ever seem to manage. No plan, really. Just taking the atmosphere. I'm getting a little too rickety to do much more than that, you know.
Oh, tell me about it. No sack race for us older gentlemen, huh?
Yes, exactly. But I'm going to check out the mind, of course. And I'll be one of the pie contest judges, too.
Well, that takes a different kind of constitution.
What kind of exercise?
Now, Doc, seriously, you're in pretty good shape. The outdoors, I know for a fact.
It's that I saw it. I don't think they spawns yet. Never speak.
Crime and punishment. The cancer and cure of civilization.
It's very similar to
Crimes
that.
are impossible to punish.
Shin said, "These jump scares spell with crossbones."
Yeah. I don't think this is this level speed? Rock castle.
Rose knew that Rusty was in love with her, and she liked him too. She liked him a lot. He taught her to dance, and life had certainly taught her the value of a man who was gentle. He treated her well, made her smile, made her feel good. But Rusty wasn't the prince of her dreams, and that tended to underline the unbearable truth. She was no closer to that Hollywood magic than he was.
Steal from a car.
The air in the visitor center was heavy with an awful smell, as if some rotten drowned thing had crawled up from its grave. Rusty kept coughing blood. My eyes were drawn to the twisted shape of his broken leg. The attack had been vicious. Max whined in his cage. Rusty's eyes were wild with fear and terror. He gasped. Mr. Wake, it happened just the way it was on that page.
Mr. Wake?
Oh, hell.
It happened just the way it was on that page. I found. Came true. It knew. So dark. It'll come back for me. You must... The lights. In the office. I have the key.
Okay, Rusty. Hang on. I'll be right back.
He's done.
Whatever did this couldn't be far. Rusty had found a page from the manuscript. It would help me understand what had happened.
He's done.
The only way to make sure that Rusty was safe was to get the power running and the lights back on.
Why? What has that got to do with it?
Someone had destroyed the circuit breaker. There was no way to get the lights back.
Oh, there is a way to... If you take out the... axe, if we take out the axe, we can rewire... And even I can solder those.
The ground was covered with oily patches that looked like liquid darkness. Something had torn a mammoth-sized hole in the wall.
Please don't feed the animals.
Fishing is only permitted for those purchase of park.
Fishing
License, obey!
the park ranger's instructions.
Rusty, no! Never!
You approach closer than 100 yards.
Two bears and wolves never approach any other wildlife closer than
25 yards.
That's... Never leave your
Head unattended.
It is... Our historical art
Grounds.
This includes even Ulay. Or even simple berries.
me gun, I don't think. Out of ammo. Okay, so how am I supposed to fight that now? Should probably save. Can I pick it up? No. Can I kill them with this?
Rusty!
At the last instant, I changed direction and threw myself down. The axe splintered the trunk of a tree. I stumbled into the pool of bright light. My lungs burned. I was too exhausted to move. I tensed as I waited for the killing blow, but it never came. I raised my head. Nothing moved in the darkness beyond. For the moment, bathed in the cold light, I was safe. The ground was covered with burning ashes, like liquid darkness.
I just need hunting licenses.
How many times in the traps? How many? 36. How am I supposed to fight with 36? That and the other.
Something had torn a mammoth-sized hole in the wall.
Please don't feed the animals.
Fishing
is only permitted
for those
visitors
who purchase a park
fishing
license. Obey
the park ranger's instructions
at all times.
Rusty? Rusty, no!
Never approach closer than 100 yards.
Two bears and wolves never approach any other closer than
25 yards.
Pets must be leashed
At all times.
Never leave your It is
against the law
to remove any
natural objects
or historical artifacts from the park
grounds.
This includes even humane or even simple berries.
nothing left. So, so smart. Checkpoint, where are the batteries?
What the hell was that? I saw from the window. I saw something.
Forget about it, Barry. It's just me going crazy.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. You're not crazy. I wish you were crazy, but you're not crazy. Ow, be careful.
Stay in the cabin. Don't open the door for anyone. I mean it.
Not even for me. Pretty good sign.
In that last instant of consciousness, Rusty thought about Rose. He was older than she was. Rose was barely out of her teens, but she made him feel young and forget what a train wreck his long-dead marriage had been. He still wore the ring. He'd been waiting for her to tell him to take it off. Now she never would. Lover's Peak was at the far end of the nature trail.
I just jump through here. Hey guys, I have so many solitary bullets. Deadly gun closed in as expected. Where are you? This one. Come here, brother. There are both of them. Bullets for bullets. I think I can barely take one.
I turned the corner, afraid of what the flashlight's beam might reveal. Suddenly, a roughly painted symbol of a torch glowed in the light. Behind it, hidden by a rock, sat a battered metal trunk. It was here for a reason. Packed with supplies, batteries, flares, ammo. Things you need to make it through the darkness of the night. Something left behind by someone who knew what I knew, and more.
How little bullets do I have to? I do not have to fight them. Alright. Come back. Ah. Ah. I don't have to fight anyone. I just have to find the light. Somehow. Volcanic eruption below. Fall down right now. Maybe volcanic eruption has something to do. Everything. We are in the wrong place. Oh, we are happy. Where is the one? No. Reach Lover's Peak. Right, I'll go there. Okay. Why did I go that way?
Agent Nightingale didn't want to be in Bright Falls. These little communities revolted him, and he didn't like the trees or the coffee. He now knew that impossible horrors lurked behind the storefronts and smiles. He desperately wanted to turn the car around and just drive until he passed out or ran out of road and booze. But he had a job to do. He had a rider to catch, at any cost.
Someone is coming for us. Just going to stay in the right now. Just ran from them.
Come on, we gotta get moving. More of them coming.
Just find a street lamp.
That flashlight's kid stuff.
Fine.
The flares will keep the bastards away.
Thank you. But how many do you have?
You can see them too? Hell, of course I see them.
That button is not working on my mouse. Ghost flashlight.
on, we gotta move.
Why?
Because that's the way the story goes.
Yeah, but...
Let's move!
I lost my gun back there.
Oh, I've got a gun. Just keep that light steady on him.
It took a moment, but then I recognized him. He'd been on the ferry when I first arrived here with Alice. He knew my...
Oh, so he is the guy who was... Okay, good.
name. We were headed in the direction of Lover's Peak. There was no way this was a coincidence. He was the kidnapper.
Come on, Wake! You better keep up. You set him up, and I'll knock him down, Wake. What I got for you? These stairs, Wake. Use the flares from the emergency box to hold them off while I get these boards off.
Give me the gun.
Yeah, no can do, Wake.
Are you kidding? Give me the gun!
No time for back talk. Pull them off, damn it!
I do not have light.
A little longer. Scare them off. Get some light on those bastards. That'll keep them off us. Just a little longer. I almost got it. Okay, it's over. Like that, boy? Huh? Oh, you feeling better now, Wake? All cozy and safe. Wake, where'd that one go? Better get ready. They'll be on us soon.
Bro, I think I hate this resource and ammo management. Okay.
is it, Wake. The last stand. There's more flares here. Get ready. We fight them as long as they keep coming.
Give me the goddamn gun! They're coming!
That's not how this goes. Get with the program, Wake.
Okay, what do I have to do? Just mute
Die already, die! There's more flares here. Get ready. We fight them as long as they keep coming.
Give me the goddamn gun! They're coming!
That's not how this goes. Get with the program, Wake. Piece of cake, Wake. There's more flares here. Get ready. We fight them as long as they keep coming.
Give me the goddamn gun! They're coming!
That's not how this goes. Get with the program, Wake. flares here. Get ready. We fight them as long as they keep coming.
Give me the goddamn gun! They're coming!
That's not how this goes. Get with the program, Wake. More flares here. Get ready. We fight them as long as they keep coming.
Give me the goddamn gun! They're coming!
That's not how this goes. Get with the program, Wake. Hear that? It's them.
Let's cut the act now. Where's my wife?
I knew you were gonna say that. I read it all before. You're a hell of a writer. Congratulations. You're gonna bring about something glorious and terrible once we get you some proper editorial control.
What the hell are you talking about? Where's Alice?
I want the entire manuscript, or she's gonna suffer bad.
You touch her and
You're gonna give me the manuscript, or you'll be sorry!
No! Come back here! I swear I'll kill you if you hurt Alice! Do you hear me? Come back here!
He had Alice, and he wanted the manuscript because he thought it held some magical power. But I had no manuscript to give him. I had to get back to Barry and figure out my next move. On more than one occasion, Alice had tried to explain to me how it felt to be afraid of the dark. To her, darkness wasn't simply the absence of light, but something more tangible than that. It was something you could touch and feel. Worse than that, it was something with a mind of its own, something malicious and malign. For her, things changed when they were wrapped in darkness. They turned into something else, something foreign, and nothing was safe or innocent anymore. I'd never really understood what she meant, until now. Rusty had warned me about these traps. It hurt like hell. I was stuck. The night had been one desperate situation after another. I was exhausted, and my body felt as though it had been chewed up and spat out. The flashlight was heavy in my hand, and each pull of the trigger sent a painful shock up my arm. But I was finally out of the woods, and things were looking up. That's when I heard the chainsaw. I had heard the plane fall. It made no sense. It was clear that it had just fallen here. It was very old and obviously hadn't flown in decades. Looking at it sent a shiver through my spine. The logging site was a mess. The modular office had been pushed off the cliff. Deputy Thornton climbed up from the wreckage excited, breathing hard from the exertion. Nobody there. It's weird. Don't you think that's weird? Bored, Mulligan let out a mighty snort. Hell, it's always weird, Thornton. Just a question of sorting out what kind of weird it is this time around. When Barry saw the darkness attack the visitor center, it made him a believer. The men Al said he'd shot, they hadn't been just locals on crank. Somehow the world had changed, like the channel had been switched without warning. You think you're watching a sitcom, and you're really watching a horror show. When the birds started attacking the cabin, Barry wasn't surprised. Just...
Be aware of Widowmakers!
Shadows stirred and the wind picked up as I ran through the forest. I felt the dark presence turning its gaze toward me. Then the moonlight was blotted out by dark shadows that raced violently across the ground, moving too swiftly to be natural. Darkness gathered between the trees and melted again to reveal the Taken. No natural path had brought them here.
Coding is a hazardous occupation.
Barry? Stay out of sight. I'm on my way. Don't open the door.
Crazy.
Stay hidden. I'll be there soon. Just make sure you keep the lights on. Still had to reach Barry at the cabin, but at least I was out of the woods. I'd have to get the car from the locked garage. It would get me back to Barry faster, and the headlights were a welcome bonus. The FBI agent's command froze me in place. I considered surrender. It was all falling apart anyway. I could give in, let someone else deal with it, but it felt all wrong. Call it instinct, his posture, the way he held the gun. He was no friend. Shots ringing in my ears, I leaped for the hole in the fence and stumbled into the darkness beyond. A story is not a machine that does what you tell it. A story is a beast with a life of its own. You can create it, shape it, but as the story grows, it starts wanting things of its own. Change one thing and you set off a chain reaction of events that spreads through the whole thing. The characters have to be true to themselves. The events need to follow a logic that fits the story. A single flaw and the magic is gone. The story dies. Alice dies.
You can hold
the kidnapper.
You son of a bitch! Where's my wife?
Enough horseplay, Wake. You deliver the manuscript, and you can have your woman back. Simple as that.
I don't... Listen. I'm gonna need time to finish it. I still need to write the ending. I need a week.
Not done?
I need a week.
2 days. The old Bright Falls coal mine is nearby. You can find it easy, city boy. The main building, there at noon. You bring the manuscript, you'll get your wife. Not, well, get me?
Yes, I get you.
Barry had talked about birds over the phone.
I am so glad you're here. A couple of them got in here before I blocked the chimney. This isn't normal. These birds are weird. Make them go away, please! Hey, Al. I'm sorry for thinking you were having a psychotic episode, man.
I sent Barry to the town to ask around about a man fitting the kidnapper's description. He'd go through the archives of the local paper. Perhaps he could learn something. Anything about the island and the cabin that had disappeared. The man wanted a manuscript. I had to try to write him one to get Alice back. For me, the supernatural had always been nothing but a metaphor for the human psyche, a tool to use in writing fiction. Now, it was happening for real, and I couldn't put a single word on paper.
Barry Wheeler speaking.
This is Rose.
Rose?
I found Mr. Wake's pages.
Oh, you sweet, brilliant girl.
Could you and Mr. Wake come get them? I live in the trailer park outside the town.
We'll be there in less than an hour.
Bye now.
See you soon.
Have a great day. Hope you come back soon. Welcome to the Oh Dear
Diner.
Good girl.
Previously on Alan Wake, Alice has been kidnapped.
Alan, please help me.
Alice?
You'll do exactly what I say if you ever...
I sent
How long has my mic been muted? I've been talking like an idiot for so long now. Thanks for coming on the stream. Shit. I think you are the only one here, no one else. See you guys tomorrow. And also this shit.